You sign your name in a ship's book by candlelight. You are nobody, a runaway, a deserter, a boy with no future on land. Within a year, you could be splitting Spanish gold by the fistful. Within 5, governments will print your name on warrants and read it aloud in court. And one morning, you will wake up hanging over a harbor, left there to rot as a warning. This is the ladder of a pirate crew. Most people think the man at the top is a king. By the time we reach the top, you'll understand why that's wrong. Level 1. The Powder Monkey. You're 11 years old. Maybe 12. Nobody is sure, and nobody asks. You came off a captured merchant ship, or off a dock where no one will miss you. On this ship you have one job. When the guns roar, you run. You carry gunpowder from the magazine in the belly of the ship up to the cannons on the deck, back and forth, through the smoke, while iron shot tears the air apart. You are the smallest target and the most expendable hand aboard. If a spark finds the powder you carry, there is nothing left of you to bury. For this, you are paid almost nothing, a scrap of the plunder, if the crew is feeling generous. But you are aboard. You sign the book, and on a pirate ship, the boy who carries powder today can vote tomorrow. Level 2. The Cabin Boy. You learn fast, so they move you out of the smoke. Now you serve the captain and the officers. You bring their food, clean their quarters, carry their messages across the deck. It looks like servitude, and it is. But you are standing in the one room on the ship where decisions are made. You see the charts. You hear the arguments about where to sail and who to hunt. You learn the ship is not run by shouting. It is run by rules, written rules, signed by every man aboard. You don't understand yet how strange that is. A ship of outlaws, governed by a contract. You will? Level 3. The Landman. One day, they hand you a man's work. You are no longer a boy. You are a landman, a grown hand who doesn't yet know the sea. You haul, you pump the bilge, you do the filthy work no skilled sailor will touch. The crew watches you, the way wolves watch a new wolf. They are deciding something, because on this ship, you do not simply earn a full share by surviving. The crew votes on whether you have earned it. Your courage, your work, your nerve in a fight, all of it is being measured. Prove worthless, and you are put ashore at the next island. Prove yourself, and you become something a king's navy would never offer a man like you, an equal. Level 4. The Able Seaman. They vote you a full share. This is the moment everything on the ship is measured against. One share. One full equal cut of everything the crew takes. The same cut, in principle, as the men who have sailed for 20 years. You sign the articles in your own hand, and the articles are not a suggestion. They say how the plunder is divided. They say what happens to a man who steals from his brothers, or deserts in battle, or brings a woman aboard in disguise. They are law, and every man signed them as an equal. On land, you are nothing. Here, you are a citizen of a floating republic that the whole world has declared its enemy. Level 5. The Specialist. Some men are worth more than their courage. The carpenter, who keeps the hull from opening to the sea. The surgeon, who decides which men keep their legs. The sailing master, who reads the stars in the charts and keeps you off the rocks. These men are so valuable that pirates often take them by force. When you raid a ship, you let the cowards go. But the carpenter, the surgeon, the navigator, them you keep. A skilled man is dragged aboard whether he wants to be a pirate or not. And because the ship cannot live without him, the articles give him more. A share and a quarter, sometimes more. This is the first crack in the idea that everyone is equal. Skill is rewarded. Skill is the first rung that buys you something the others don't have. Level 6. The Boarding Party. A skilled man is valuable. A fearless man becomes a legend. When two ships come together, someone has to cross first. Someone has to leap the gap over open water onto a deck full of armed men who would rather die than be taken. These are the boarders. The crew watches who goes first.
The articles often promise a bonus to the first man over the rail, extra coin, the best pistol, the finest sword taken from the prize.
Not because the crew is generous, because they know exactly what they are asking a man to do. Most pirates never wanted to fight.
A terrifying reputation meant ships surrendered without a shot.
But when the fighting came, the boarders were the ones who walked into it. And the men who lived became the names whispered across every harbor in the Caribbean. Level 7. The Boatswain and Master Gunner. Now you stop being one of the crowd. Now men answer to you. The boatswain runs the deck. The rigging, the sails, the daily work of the ship, all of it moves on his word. The Master Gunner runs the guns. In a fight, the entire ship's violence is aimed by his hands. These are the senior officers, and the articles pay them for it. A share and a quarter, a share and a half. You command labor now. You command firepower. For the first time, the question is not whether you survive the ship. It is how much of the ship answers to you. But there is one man on board who answers to no officer. A man the crew put there on purpose. To watch the one person you'd assume holds all the power. Level 8. The Quartermaster. Here is where everything you assumed falls apart. You think the captain rules this ship. He does not. Standing between the captain and the crew is the quartermaster, and the crew elected him to be exactly that. A wall the captain cannot climb over. The quartermaster divides the plunder. Every coin, every jewel, every barrel, he counts it and he splits it by the shares written in the articles. The captain does not touch the gold. The quartermaster settles every dispute between the men. The captain does not judge them. When the crew boards a ship, it is often the quartermaster who leads them, not the captain. And if a man must be punished, it is the quartermaster who carries it out. The captain can give an order in battle, but in everything else, the quartermaster can overrule him. This is the secret at the center of the pirate ship.
These were outlaws, the most hunted, most lawless men on earth.
And they built a government with a separation of powers. A leader for war, a leader for everything else. Each one checking the other, while the kings and governors hunting them ruled by birth and answered to no one, the pirates voted. You are looking at the moment. The man becomes the system. The quartermaster is not a person with power. He is the rule itself, given a body. Level 9. The Captain. So what is left for the captain? Less than the songs pretend. You are elected. The crew raised their hands and made you captain, and the same hands can pull you back down. Your power is absolute in only 2 moments. The chase and the battle. When the guns are run out and the enemy is closing, your word is law and no man questions it. But the instant the smoke clears, you are a servant of the crew again. Eat better than your men, and they resent it. Take a coward's course away from a fight, and they vote. Lose them too much gold, or too many brothers, and one morning the crew gathers without you in the room. The lucky deposed captain is simply voted out. The unlucky one is left on a bare spit of sand with a single pistol, marooned, to die slowly where no one will hear him. You wanted to be king, but this was never a kingdom. It was a republic that could fire you. Level 10. The Commodore. A captain commands a ship. A handful of men in history commanded fleets. Bartholomew Roberts, who took 400 ships. Blackbeard, who blockaded an entire colonial city. Henry Every, who took a treasure so vast that the most powerful empire on earth declared a manhunt across the world. When you reach this rung, you are no longer a sailor with a sword. You are a name on a royal proclamation. Merchant captains change their routes because of rumors about you. Governors fortify their harbors because of rumors about you. Men who will never see your face know your name and lower their voices when they say it. You have become larger than any deck you ever stood on. Governors write letters about you. Navies are dispatched to find you. Bounties are printed with your name across the top, in the careful hand of clerks who have never seen the sea. You are no longer a pirate. You are a problem that governments discuss in rooms with no windows. And that is the moment the machine turns its full weight toward you. Because an empire can ignore a thief. It cannot ignore a legend. The fall. You survived the sea. You survived the navy that hunted you. You survived the mutiny that wanted your place. You climbed every rung there was. And then, one morning, it ends the way it was always going to end. Not in battle. In a courtroom. A judge who has never been to sea reads a sentence written by a clerk. The articles you signed, the crew that elected you, the republic you helped build on the water, none of it exists here. Here there is only the machine. They hang you at the edge of the harbor, where the tide comes in. They leave the body in an iron cage, gibbeted over the water, for months, for years, so that every sailor coming into port sees exactly what the climb is worth. The man is gone. The warning remains. The machine always remains.